Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen. And I have some great news for all of you who watched the last episode all the way through. I found Pops, and he is back with me right here. He's on my lap. I'm putting him right next to the microphone right now so he can give his expert commentary on what's happening here with Orpheus. So, I mean, who better to describe what a heroic rat is doing than a fellow rat right here? Yep. So, Pops, what do you think about what Orpheus and his army are doing right now? Riveting. So, well, for those of you who may not understand rat, Pops basically said that Orpheus and his army are in this land, Antalya, where it's called the Land of Imprisonment. We haven't found out why it's called that, but we have learned is that there was a necromancer, Omicron. He was a former monk who turned to necromancy, which is the magic of studying the dead. And he was basically excommunicated from the church, and he came here, and Rashidi said, hey, you can do your studying here. And so he did, and he's trying to raise up an army of undead, so we're fighting a lot of that undead army right here, and there's also a lot of other undead to fight in the swamps, which is there's like little blue like dots. That's swampland. You can encounter wraiths and phantoms, the upgraded skeletons and ghosts respectively in those areas. So if you want some undead and you don't have a lich, remember liches can recruit those undead anywhere. They don't have to be in a town. This might be a good place to get them. This is also a good place if you have some folks who maybe are on the border of being able to promote, and they maybe need some new alignment. Throw a white magic weapon on them and have them wander around the swamps and take out the undead. The undead are fairly high leveled for comparatively. Most of the enemies here are 15 through 17. The undead though are level 21, so you get a good charisma and alignment boost by defeating them. So all you need, like I said, is a white magic attack. In the frozen plains of Valhalla, there's an angel named Mizal. I've heard that. She has teamed up with Rashidi. Can you believe it? An angel and a man like that? Mizal is the reason why we came here before we went to the tundra. Mizal is going to be the boss of the tundra, but there's a special character here that we can get who will have dialogue with Mizal. So that's why we came here first. So, let's put our tactic on strong to avoid taking a lot of damage from the ninja master's hit all attack. And the other ninja shouldn't be able to do any damage. Well, yeah, because he's only going to be able to target the phantom that we have there. So yeah, all we had to do was just survive that initial attack from the ninja master. We took out the Tiamat in the front row, so that'll make that battle a little bit easier. As you can see, we're fighting in the daytime here now, and our vampire has turned into like his little coffin. So in the coffin, he doesn't do anything, so he's just sleeping, but he won't attack, but he'll have a really good defense. So most physical attacks will basically only do like 1 point of damage to him, and even magic ain't doing too much to him. So he only took 13 from that ninja master's attack. So, and we beat down this unit a little bit further. Just hope now it doesn't retreat. Hope it just continues its rush toward our base, the rebel base, because the swamps really slow down units' movement. So you'll see when we start walking through them here, just how slow our characters move through them. You also notice that's why our characters mainly try to avoid going in them See, they're going down through that little pathway in the center there, between the little swamp areas. It looks like our ninja master is coming forward. Fighting Mr. Balone again. It's too bad our vampire is not able to contribute, so we could always use his offense, although he might not be able to do too much here. But anything's better than nothing, so yeah, this unit is going to be very stunted in terms of its offensive capabilities, because one, it's daytime, so we lose the vampire, and the evil one and the Raven Man, they're low alignment, so they're not going to really do as well during the day. They may not even be able to defeat this ninja master all by himself, so we'll see. So that's a good sign right there. I was afraid that they'd miss. No, they still could miss, but Raven Man, he has good agility. Alright, he managed to finish it off. I was afraid that they might miss because, you know, Ninja Master's pretty good agility, so. And luckily that, we got an int stat booster. I know I talked about the merchants that you can buy stat boosters in the last episode. We can throw that, depends, you might want to throw that on one of your, wizards, or, you know, a princess unit. Or if you use a lot of tarot cards for damage, that would be a good thing to use for your lord. Because remember, the tarot card damage is based on the stats of your lord, so even though our lord, Orpheus, is not getting into a lot of battles, every time we use a tarot card in battle, his stats will reflect the damage it does, so. Alright, speaking of Orpheus, he's liberating some more cities here. Let's learn some more about, probably getting pretty close to maxing out our tarot cards too. Justice, ice-based card, intelligence will affect that, so maybe give Orpheus that in booster. Many angels came down to the fields of Valhalla to try to take the angel Mizal back to the heavens with them, but most of them were captured or killed by the Empire. As a matter of fact, the current head angel is also imprisoned here. So maybe that's one of the reasons why this is called a land of imprisonment. Well, that just recently happened, so technically it's not. There's actually another reason why this is known as the land of imprisonment, but I guess you could consider that a more current event that makes this a land of imprisonment. That we have to find that other angel. And that angel is the special character that we want to get to be able to talk with Mizal, the boss of the tundra. So let's use up a card here, and that's nice. We did the most damage to the shaman in the back, which means that she'll spend her time healing herself. So we can start taking out those characters in the front row. Will this take out the shaman? Let's see. It did. Probably didn't want that, but Orpheus is he's really low level, so that won't affect him at all. He might actually get a level out of it, but that shaman is level 14 and Orpheus is level 13, so it's higher level, so it won't affect his negatively affect his charisma or alignment. So, and he always has that alignment of the in the highs 98, I believe. So he will he'll enter like the things with the bonus. So he got his charisma high 96, yeah. So they both have 96, so they only hit, since they both have the same alignment, obviously they had alignment hits from tarot cards being drawn. I know they drew a tarot card, which drops alignment by 2, so, but there's a few other tarot cards they can draw to get their alignment back to 100, but although technically there's no real difference between like alignment 96 and 100. It may affect the damage that the Sun card does. Sun card deals damage based on what your it deals damage to everybody on the field based on their alignment score. So technically, 100 would be better in that case than 96. But in terms of the liberation and the bonus that you get from going into battle, it doesn't affect it. So now let's hope that our monk though can finish off this ghost. All right, woo! Not with that, you don't have to retreat again. Everyone's getting a level. I wonder if that nymph is ready to become a sylph. Let's see, level 20? And that is good to go. To become a sylph, the nymph has to be level 20 or above and have an alignment between 40 and 80. So now we'll get to see her missile attack in action. It's very similar to the princess's attack. Just hits everybody. One hit, white magic. Priestess. I think that gives our alignment +1. Yep, 97 for the Griffin and Orpheus. Yushis, my name is Yushis. I'm the head angel. I came to Earth to try to take my sister Mizal back to the heavens, but I was captured by Rashidi. It is strictly forbidden that we deal with mortals unless a contract has been created. We have been granted a contract with rebel forces, but it is absolutely forbidden by the gods that we create a contract with Rashidi. Nevertheless, my sister Mizal fell in love with Rashidi. The contract they created between them is still in effect, and that is why we must come to Earth and fight. I can't believe that the angels are fighting each other. Please make a contract with me and let me help her. Absolutely. Thank you. I swear to fight with the rebels. Alright. In order to get Yushis, we need to have a reputation of at least 65 plus. No alignment though, but we have that good reputation, so. Yushis is the unit that I spoke about a lot of that I'd eventually get angels with. So Yushis is a cherubim, which is the second tier angel. She comes with 2 angels. Those will be the ones that we will eventually turn into cherubims ourselves, and eventually get into seraphims. Now, they have the levels to become cherubim, but they don't have the alignment and charisma. But that's where we'll, after we finish this battle, we'll just head back here, do some neutral encounters, have those angels just fight the neutral encounters, and by taking out the, by defeating the, whatchamacallit, the, either the wraiths or the phantoms in the swamps, they will, gain that charisma and alignment that they need to transform into the cherubim. There we go. Took it out. And we get a level. Yeah, Ice John should be getting lots of levels because we recruited him at level 11. So even the... so everything's here is a much higher level than him. Even the lowest ranking, the shamans who led that 3 werewolf group, even they're higher level, so. Judgment would be a good card against these group, but nah, we'll save it. Woohoo, we got the stun, so. Like I said, this unit, not too good offensively, but it's okay. We're doing all right with it, so we're surviving. That's the main thing. So we're not really taking much damage, so it's just a slow whittle away without any really fear of them defeating us. We got this retreating unit here. I think this is the lycanthrope unit. Yeah, with 1 left. So finish it off. Yep, see the Sylpha's gonna go first because she has such high agility. Uses the missile attack. White hit all magic. Just like 3 white beams straight ahead. So, and let's push forward a little bit here. Keep attacking Omicron's army. Push forward. It looks like everybody is sneaking over that way toward where Orpheus is. So. luckily he has a few bodyguard units hanging out over there. That one, the princess unit, is actually a mountain unit, and she's hanging out in the mountains, so we may push a few more units over that way, just to be safe. We do have that paladin-led unit hanging out in the back, so if anybody does manage to sneak by, he's there as our like rear guard. Orpheus knows the importance of setting a rear guard, guarding the flanks, protect the supply base, logistics. Orpheus, though. And we lost, but if you notice, we didn't really take damage. Our Raven Man lost a little bit of hit points, but you know, nothing that is putting him in danger where we need to have him retreat, hang out in a fort, or not a fort, a city or a temple to heal up. So our Muse there will get some healing, some necessary healing. If we would have kept her on the front row, she would have been probably taken out by these Cerebi, but in the back row, she's safe from the Cerebi attacks. And this might have been a good time to use that one of our Temperance cards, but it's okay. We'll end up defeating that unit later. They're not really gonna harm us much, especially once we take out that final Cerebi. The Cerebus that's left, then the Witch won't be able to damage us at all, so it's just a matter of slowly taking it out. So pretty soon our Vampire will pop out of his coffin and be able to contribute to our offense here. And the Witch stunned the one character we didn't need her to stun, because the Ninja only used his moves, so I think the Tiamat there just used his last attack, so we can put it on weak. Oh no, he didn't use his last attack. Ooh, I can't count today. Or back when I made this video. But ouch. Well, that ninja's master's hit all attack is really helping that group win. Let's see if our Vampire's come out of his coffin yet. You know, right on the edge. Nope. Just a few more ticks and we'd be up there, so. Ooh, we got like 100 damage here, so unless we defeat this guy outright, I don't think we'll win this battle either. So, well, maybe a good hit by the evil man might. It's gonna be a close one. So, ooh, we probably just barely squeaked by. Bet if we went back and paused it and calculated it, we'd probably see it'd be a quick battle. Pops, did you keep track of the damage? And Pops said no. He was only counting the amount of pets I was giving him on his head. Pet your ratties on their heads. From their snoot to the back behind their ears, and then you do a little cross behind their ears, like a big capital T on their head. And that's their like sensitive spot. If you do that enough times, they boggle. That's where their eyes go like bloop, 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 bloop. They poof in and out. It's just a sign of contentment. Also, they may chatter. Their teeth will chatter. They'll kind of grind their teeth. That's another sign of their contentment. So I have Pops close to the microphone, so maybe he may start chattering his teeth here if you hear a little in the background. That's Pops. So I'm trying to get him to boggle. But Pops isn't much of a boggler. So he usually just like close his eyes and I guess like accept the petting. But yeah, some of my rats were like massive bogglers. You could just like, you didn't even have to pet them in a sensitive area. You could just like pet them anywhere and they'd be like, oh, they'd start boggling. Pops, not so much. Pops is very skittish. Even though I've had him for, it's going on close to 2 years now. It'll be September, will be 2 years. He was a rehome. So he's still a little skittish, so I don't know what it was like in his previous place, but you know, he was taken care of in the sense that he was healthy, you know, he wasn't deprived, he wasn't underweight or malnourished or anything like that. I just think that it was an issue of not enough time pets can, take up a lot of time, so. But I got plenty of time for my critters because I don't have any kids, so they are my kids. Just like Orpheus is my hero here, and he's showing off his tactical genius there. See, we have that I mentioned earlier about the rear guard back there. Yep, we have that paladin there, so if this little demon unit sneaks by, paladin unit back there is ready to send them back. Although maybe that unit has scared them because they're doing like a 180 and they're turning back and they're going after Willy there. Willy the Dragonair. Wheelie Willy? Nope. Wheelie Willy was a paraplegic chihuahua. I have his 2 books, How Willy Got His Wheels and How Willy Got His Wings. Really nice books. You should check them out on Amazon if you never got them. But yeah, Deborah Turner was a nice lady who was like a vet tech, and Willy came in there. He had a broken back, so he couldn't walk, and somebody had like slit his throat, so he couldn't bark. And they found him in like a cardboard box, and nobody wanted him, of course, because he was a special needs animal. But Deborah ended up adopting him, and she wanted to try to make his life as good as it could possibly be. And so she adopted him, took him home, and she was trying to find out ways that she can help him move about and be as normal of a dog as he possibly could. And so that's the hijinks that she got into to get him to walk around as detailed in How Willy Got His Wheels. And then the second book, How Willy Got His Wings, is about how she was going on a trip with Willy to visit some family members. And his trip through the airport and his little hijinks that he got on in the airport. But Willy is, like I said, he's known as kind of he was a, he's passed on. He's at the Rainbow Bridge now. He's probably hanging out with Orpheus up there, and all the other pets up there. But he was known for his like therapy work. He went and visited like children. So he was kind of almost an official mascot for Canine Carts, which was the company that made little wheelchairs for dogs. So, and now there's places that make wheelchairs for rats. I actually got them from a rescue up in Maine. I got some wheelchairs, 2 wheelchairs from my 2 of my rats who recently passed. Arthur and Durf, they both had hind-end degeneration. Now, they were old. When they passed, Durf passed 3 days before his 2-year, 10-month birthday, and Arthur passed the next day after his 2-year, 10-month birthday. So they passed within 4 days of each other. But yeah, that's a good age for a rat. Most rats live only 2 to 3 years. So they were basically the equivalent of like 85-year-old humans. So lived a nice, good life. But toward the end there, they had hind-end degeneration, where they just old age. Their muscles in their back legs didn't work, and just spinal degeneration. They couldn't. They had to crawl on their front legs. So I ended up getting these little wheelchairs for them, and they're pretty cute. They got to run around on them and stuff like that. So they didn't experience them all too long because they only had them for about a month before they passed. But they're high quality construction, so I still have them, and I'll keep them, as long as they last, because I'll be, adopting more rats, and it's always an issue that's going to pop up. Arthur and Durf were not the only rats I had that ended up with hind-end degeneration, so some of the previous rats I had hind-end degeneration as well. So it's a common thing when they get old. It's just like they literally, I understand they're like kids, but they're like people in the sense, that they experience the same ailments that, humans do. As we get older, our bodies don't work as well. Arthritis kicks in, mobility decreases. So, but it's nice how just in a few years, I remember when I was growing up, we had our family dog Buddy, and just the amount of things that are newly stuff available for dogs, you know, stuff that I have for my dog Spartacus that's available, just wasn't around when for Buddy, you know, 30 years ago. So always good to see that, you know, well, you know, pet whatchamacallit, was it the pet industry is like billions of dollars. So I don't have the figures on hand, but they're always talking about how much money the pet industry is and contributes to, you know, the American economy. And I'm sure it's like that in other countries as well, you know. Pet ownership is not just a strictly American thing. So, hey, we were in the mountains, so we got a Cerebus. The only non-undead encounter. All the other neutral encounters are in the swamps. Cerebus, level 16, so it's on par with basically the enemy levels here. So you could theoretically be thrown right into your army if you're really hurting for units, but we're not hurting for units. In fact, eventually, eventually we're actually gonna end up cutting quite a few of our units. So I'm basically building like 2 of each type of units, and eventually what I'll end up doing is I'll just check out the stats of each of the units and then cut the one that's, you know, the weaker of the 2. So the only exceptions I will make are I'll have multiple monks, I'll have the 2 liches and the 2 princesses. So, but anything else I'll try to keep up. All right, managed to take out that lycanthrope. So, and even the most important thing though is we stunned the shaman. So I wanted to take out that werewolf in the front there who was weak before it got healed, because that just reduces the amount of healing targets that the shaman has and allows us to concentrate our fire on 2 units instead of 3. So I should probably change the vampires. You can see the Bloodsuck is a black magic attack, so it's not really doing a lot of damage on the werewolves. I should probably change it to leader when fighting this one, because the shaman has low resistance to black magic because she's kind of a holy class. So I'll end up doing more damage to it. So let's see if that missile took all those ghosts right out. So it saves our shaman there from our monk, allows her to use her healing to heal rather than having to use it offensively to take care of those ghosts. So the Joker card, that's just a random tarot card. You use it in your inventory and it just pulls out one of the random tarot cards. Now when you pull a tarot card from the Joker card, you don't get the bonuses that you do like when you pull a card when liberating a city. So, and Orpheus gets +2 alignment. So now Orpheus and his griffin are she's being held in an old temple near here. Where's that temple? It's at the head of the river to the north of here. Now they don't refer to who she is they're referring to. They don't have an antecedent before that pronoun. Boo. That's English no-no. But obviously they're talking about Yushis, the angel. So you know what I was saying before I start talking about things was, yeah, when you pull a tarot card from the city, you know, you get the bonus. But when you pull it from the Joker card, you don't get any bonus. So, and we just got another 2 alignment there. So now Orpheus and his griffin will have 99 alignment. As you can see, the vampire's Bloodsuck did so much more damage to the shaman, because, like I said, she has a weaker resistance to black magic. So, yeah, it was only doing, I think, like in the teens to the 20s on the werewolves, doing like 50 to the shaman. So, might be a good way to keep it on that, and that way we can probably finish off that shaman. But we'll have to finish off that shaman and some of these other enemy units, and Omicron himself in our next episode, because we've run out of time here. Thank you, take care, have a good day. Bye!